Listen, the producers of Love Island USA Season 6 are producing, and the casting team certainly casted great this season. We have made it to Casa Amor over these past couple episodes after an elimination last night. To quickly touch upon that, I did like the drama of it, even though it was pretty obvious who was going home because the newbies didn't stand a chance, sadly. I mean, not so sadly. I didn't think they were that great of newbies anyway. They did it pretty savage with the players having to stand behind the people they wanted to save. I heard some people complaining that it was just so horrible. And I think how bad it would feel if nobody was standing behind you. I mean, come on. At the end of the day, this is reality television. I've seen about 100 more savage things than that last night. That was just the producers trying to add some drama to an obvious vote. Had that been the way they did it when Andrea was voted out, then it would have been super dramatic that week when she was voted out. But last night it was just a way to spice up the elimination. I thought it was the producers once again making good decisions. So that brought us to tonight's episode of Casa Amor starting. And did they cast some great women or what? They casted some lookers for the women to come into Casa Amor and shake things up. But not just that, I feel like they all have some great personalities. I feel like they all want to add drama to the season. I mean, the casting overall for the women this season has been eating. The women are carrying this season with the drama on their backs, besides Rob, of course. We are seeing couples being tested, and we're going to talk about both Serena and Cordell and Aaron and Kaylor today. First, we must talk about Serena. And I touched upon this in my first video a few days ago, talking about how I was even a little upset when Serena chose to twist in that dancing competition to kind of look around and test the waters around, because I thought that maybe she was playing Cordell. But she hasn't been playing Cordell. Serena's just the take it slow type of person, slow to open up. And so while it seems like Serena and Cordell have this friend connection overall, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think they just get along that well. I think they were definitely casted for each other originally when the show started. They had so much in common from that very first episode. And I think their personalities just do mesh that way. And so, yeah, it did seem like Serena could be playing Cordell because she wasn't really going fast with him. It looked more like a friend zone type thing than an actual possible relationship type thing for the first couple of weeks. But then she went on that date with Nigel, and I think that was his name, and didn't kiss him. Outside of the game, she has not kissed anyone outside of the games except for Cordell. So I think Serena has just been true to herself this whole time. I think she gets a lot of flack from the fandom for no good reason now. And meanwhile, Cordell's been getting all this love, and I love Cordell too. And even after tonight's episode, I still love Cordell. But Cordell tonight goes into Casa Amor, and I don't know all the new people's names. It's going to take me a few episodes to really know. 6 more women added, 6 more men added to the cast. The woman who is pursuing Cordell is kind of the opposite of Serena. Where Serena takes it slow, she is being very pushy, very aggressive to go after Cordell, basically playing up to his ego, playing up to her own sexuality, kind of love bombing him even, I would go so far as to say, and it is working on Cordell. As Cordell, before going to Casa Amor, said he was going to create boundaries and not kiss her. And of course, in the game where it was spin the bottle, he had to kiss her. Or he had to kiss someone at least because he got the card. But then after spin the bottle on the very first day, he's already going outside of what he said, that he would set boundaries and not kiss anybody. And kissing her a lot. So old goody two-shoes Cordell, maybe not so goody two-shoes. So while Serena was getting all this hate over the past week about, friend zoning Cordell, really, Serena was just being herself. She likes to take things slow, and yeah, she kissed somebody in the spin the bottle game too, but that was the game. But now Cordell, outside of a game, very kissy kissy already making out with this new girl. So if he does bring her back to the main house, it's going to be a lot of drama. I think Serena has every right to be upset, and I think Cordell is the bad guy in this situation. I know he gets a lot of love, as he should, and they are probably my favorite couple overall. If I had to choose one couple who I actually am rooting for, there's a few. We're gonna get to another one, but yeah, I think they have that friendship bond and all, but that's not a bad thing. I mean, my best relationships were built on friendship. You know, the old friends to lovers trope can work out quite well. The fact that they get along so well is a good thing. And I think Serena may be coming to the show actually looking for love. It's the wrong show to do that, but I do think maybe she's doing that. So yeah, way too much hate on Serena, and now Cordell is the bad guy in that situation, whether Cordell stands like it or not. Now, Aaron and Kaylor, in my last video, I was talking about how I dislike Aaron. Still do. My problem with Aaron is that he tries to act like he's just this good old chap, this good old bruv, and he's not. Like, unlike Rob, who embraces his villainous ways, who is constantly playing the victim to look like a villain, I think Aaron is also a villain at heart, but is fake about it. Aaron's just fake, I think, is my problem with him, and I don't really ever like fake on reality TV. Sure, you could say he's playing the game, and after tonight's episode, looks like maybe he is going for someone in the Casa Amor that's not actually his type, blonde, blue-eyed, that he's always saying his type. It is this Puerto Rican girl who he is really falling for really fast, which surprises me actually that it did happen so fast with Aaron, but it did. And then of course the only thing Kaylor's been good for this entire season is crying. So I guess at least the best thing to come out of this is maybe the old ninnies on Facebook won't be so gung-ho about Aaron and Kaylor anymore, because I do not want Kaylor to win the season. If Aaron wins this season with somebody else somehow, I don't see it happening, I would be okay with that, because at least he's providing entertainment. At the end of the day, give me drama and I'll be okay with you winning the season, even if your coupling isn't that great. But with these two potential strong couples falling, Nicole and Kendall's rise is going to continue to happen. I think they are the front runners to win this season. I do like them as a couple, honestly, and I think that they have to be the front runners now. I mean, Leah has a ton of stands. We'll touch upon that maybe in my next video. Way too much standing for Leah. This is a channel that hates standing, just in case you haven't seen me before. I talk a lot about Big Brother and standing on Big Brother. Hate stands in general, if anything. Swifties, disgusting. But I don't usually pay attention to the little polls on the app, that because I don't even vote, honestly. Most of the time I forget. But I checked out the polls the other day, and there was this poll about which couples are you the most gung-ho for, or something like that. And who was at the top? Nicole and Kendall. I think Nicole and Kendall have a lot of fans on the app, which is where you vote for winner. So I think they are the team, or the couple, to beat right now. But yeah, this was a great episode tonight. It's been a great season so far. The producers know how to make drama. I don't think Kenny is that into Janae, or he just has the worst personality ever. When they're talking, he seems so like this all the time, like no smiles. He had some good things to say about Janae at Casa Amor, though, so I don't know if that's just the personality or if he's really not into Janae. Janae had some guys interested in her tonight. The guys' side of the Casa Amor coming in to see the girls, not so good. I don't think. Maybe they purposely casted not a lot of great guys to come in to see the girls, so that a lot of them don't get picked and the girls get to be the heartbroken ones and the guys come back from Casa Amor as the villains. I can see a lot of that happening, because I don't think the guys are giving that much. But I do hope Janae will give some of these guys a chance, because I don't see Kenny being that into her. Miguel, Miguel was running out of the villa. The boys had a choice to make if they wanted to go to Casa Amor or stay behind. Of course, that is when Aaron became a hypocrite because Aaron, just an episode ago, wanted to become an official boyfriend and girlfriend type situation with Kaylor, and then he chooses to go to Casa Amor, which is how Aaron does look fake now, hopefully to the old ninnies on Facebook. But Miguel, he ran out of that the fastest. He was the first one out, even before single Rob ran out to go to Casa Amor. Miguel is girl crazy. He said he's never had a real long-term relationship. That's obvious. He's going to find somebody at Casa Amor and go back with them, and hopefully Leah is exploring options. The only guy I remember whose name that came into the girls' casa is Ignacio, the one that doesn't speak very good English. He seemed a little into Leah, and Leah seemed a little into him. But then he rated Kaylor as the best kisser when he had to choose two to kiss. So that could be an interesting little storyline. I do kind of like him, honestly. Of all the guys, he's probably, of all the new 6 guys, he's probably my favorite. But back to Miguel. He's a Pisces. I'm a Pisces. I spend so much time trying to defend Pisces sometimes on message boards on Reddit. Pisces aren't that bad. Pisces men aren't shit. And then you got people like Miguel who kind of play into the Pisces are hoes stereotype, that Pisces men are fuckboys, and here we are. He's just making us all look bad, I guess. But Miguel's gonna do his thing. I mean, him and Leah, as much as Leah stands wanting to pretend that they were just so compatible, I don't think Miguel is there for a long-term relationship. Miguel is there to play the game. I don't even think Miguel's there to play the game. Miguel is there to be whole Pisces, I think, and just get around. Anyways, that's about all. I still love Liv. She's still my favorite. I love how hard she writes for the other girls. I love how hard she just tells the truth. She's a truth teller. Those are my thoughts for these past 2 episodes. I'll probably talk about tomorrow's episode on Wednesday. But the biggest story out of tonight's episode, of course, Aaron being a hypocrite and actually not being the good guy he tries to portray himself as. And of course, Serena and Cordell now. Serena's finally opening up to Cordell. Loves how patient he's been. But now that girl, whose name I don't know yet, I wish I could remember it, Dea. Yeah, she has been very aggressive at pursuing him, and he has fallen for it in a day. So Cordell looking not like the little good guy he's portrayed himself to be, although I think I still like him. Like I said, Cordell's still probably my favorite guy, although I like Kendall as well. I think, they're making it hard for him on purpose. He has been patient with Serena. He hasn't really tried to pursue anyone outside of Serena. Now that somebody's pursuing him, yeah, he's into it. So maybe, I think he's just in a predicament, like he said, and it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be entertaining to watch. It's going to be good television. The producers are having a hell of a storyline this season, multiple of them even, and that's why it's been such an excellent season, popular season, the most popular season of Love Island US to date.